Still Learning from My Mother is a personal descriptive essay by Cliff Schneider. Now that we have looked at creating sensory details sort of in the abstract, let's see these in play in an essay and break down how they're working. So this professional essay, written by a graduate of Cornell, retired freshwater fishery biologist, is, instead of focusing on his work and experience there, focusing on a lesson he learned from his mother as she is about to turn 80, and her love of sports is so inspiring. Now, the first thing I notice in this essay, as a professor, is that there is no thesis in the first paragraph. Well, that can definitely work in an essay that is as short as this is, a professional essay. For art class, you would need to have a thesis, a statement of purpose, that's clear to your reader in that first paragraph. But here, instead of a thesis or a statement of purpose, we have almost a sort of compare-contrast, and the thesis is implicit. Which again, if you do in my class, I'm going to say, no, we need an explicit thesis, but in a professional essay, this can certainly work. And so the contrast we get here is that fathers playing catch with their sons is sort of expected in the neighborhood where Cliff grew up. But what is not expected is a mother who is playing catch with her sons, and more than that, a mother who is really good at sports. Now, how do details work doing this? Well, first, it's sort of a general statement. Common to see boys and their fathers gathered on the roads in front of their homes, warm summer evening, to have a catch. General descriptions are acceptable in an introduction, especially when they're leading to a point. This sort of idyllic scene that he's then going to undermine. That works because he goes from this sort of general thing to, one, have a catch. This term that's very personal, that is dialectic, that is part of something they say regionally, let's have a catch instead of let's go play ball, which is what you would say in Chicago, where I'm from, is then contrasted with a much more specific image from his childhood, which is the mother. She's grabbing this glove. She's running out and firing off a fastball. This layering of descriptive words. Grabbing the glove, running, firing it off, hitting him with a stinging hand. We're feeling it, the physicality of that ball. We also understand her passion, her enjoyment, and he builds that through details all the way through. And the implicit thesis or statement of purpose here is that his mom loves sports, and she loves it in a time and a place where this is very uncommon for a woman, and especially for a woman who's a mother. And the body paragraphs build up this idea of his mother's love of sports, and then, sort of in paragraph 3, the middle of this essay, hits out, well, now that she has gotten older, now that she's almost 80, there's a lot of things she can't do, and you would think at about 80, your sports career is over. The surprise turn, the why would we care about this lesson about someone who is, like everybody, slowly losing her ability to compete competitively in sports, is that at almost 80, she peaks in bowling. That she has this weight, instead of everything else going down. No, this is something where she continued to get better. She had a dream, and she achieved it at almost 80. Surprise! And it leads to this final argument that you should never stop dreaming. So he's got this personal experience that he's had with his mother, with experiencing her enjoyment, leading to a message to a point about the importance of continuing to dream, which is significant coming from someone who has just finished this very productive career, about having new hopes and new dreams. Sorry, Siri is in the background trying to talk to us because she thinks that I am talking to her. Problems with technology. But This is a descriptive essay that works with all of the details, creating a sense of surprise at the mother's skill, and then feeling her joy, the shared joy at a new dream achieved, and that feeling is then part of the argument, the persuasion that, hey, you can have this feeling too, never stop dreaming. Doesn't matter how old you are. That's why this is a excellent personal descriptive essay that works and that lives on.